On this episode of News Connect, we're speaking with spare parts dealers concerning the cedi to dollar rate and how it's affecting their businesses. My name is Melissa Awad. This is News Connect for City TV. Keep watching.
Spare parts, like any other commodity that we import outside the country, we use a foreign exchange, being it the dollar or the euro or the pound, to do the importation. So when the cedi, starts to depreciate against these major foreign currencies, it becomes a bother to every businessman in Ghana here, and we the spare parts businessmen also. So in the beginning, in the late last quarter of the year 2018, the cedi was relatively, stable. So the time that we got into the Xmas holidays. Then after the Xmas holidays, when the new year, began, the first, second, third week of January, that we started experiencing this falling of the cedi, and it has continued to today. Currently the cedi is trading I think 5 cedis 40 pesos to the dollar, and it's something that is not good news for the entire business community in Ghana. So for the past weeks that the cedi continues to fall, I think all the businessmen in this country have called on the government to try as much as possible to do something about it and arrest the situation, because if it continues like this, it will not be in the best interest of the business community.
So you've mentioned that obviously it's proving some difficulty for business, those who are in business, businessmen alike, but especially spare parts dealers. I would like to ask you, even though you just mentioned the business community are calling on for the government to do something about this, what can you give specifically that you would like the government to do? Something specific, some solutions.
You see, over the years, or anytime that the cedi continues to fall, one measure that the government have always been doing is try as much as possible to pump some foreign currencies into the system, and we think whenever it happens like that, government must try as much as possible to monitor the situation, because the currencies that government always try, to give, to the banks, to try as much as possible to control the cedi depreciation, it doesn't serve that purpose. It always, find its way through the back door and, end up going to this black market, people. So what I would suggest, the government, to do is to try as much as possible to monitor, the banks, especially the bank managers, those that the currencies are entrusted in their hands, to sell to their customers. A lot of them, don't do the right thing, but they rather, sell it through the back door. And government must, try to, check that situation. One thing also we would like the government also is to check this, foreigners in the the retail business that Guta has been talking over the years. It is true that Ghanaians, do import, a lot of things. But how many containers do a Ghanaian bring in for the whole year? I can tell you some of the foreigners, and I wouldn't show you so far. If you go to just Odoko here, there's one foreigner there who clears almost about 100 containers a day, and it's a Chinese man. If he clears about 100 containers a day and sells those containers, you can imagine the volume of foreign currency that person will, at the end of the day, change to repatriate it to his home, country. And we think it is not the best.
In fact, higher Jumane pa, because Niamana ye crano, ye de foreign man in a cra, ye emphasis in a cra. ɛno no nso senior dollar no ɛkɔ soro no ɛma nneɛma no ɛboɔ yɛ din a sese no wokra nneɛma a wontumi kyɛ sɛ price ne boɔ no a ɛkɔ soro no ɛma customers no ɛntumi ntɔ yɛasesa foreign money no memfa nse dollar no ɛde akɔkra nneɛma no nneɛma no mpo ba a ɔmo ɛnhwɛ ɔmo mfa cedis no ɛna meyɛ o yɛ ɔmo convey cedis dollars into cedis na ma yɛtua enti ɛma duties no nso no ɛyɛ dan ɛkɔ soro ɛma yɛn ne senti egu yɛ adwuma no sɛ yɛnyɛ ɛkra nneɛma no deɛ in fact yɛka se yɛ adwuma yɛsika nhye yɛ a yɛboa yɛsika nyinaa hye enti ɛma yɛ adwuma no ɛnyɛ dan ɛntumi nkɔ so enti yɛpaban kyɛw sɛ kwan pa biara ɔbɛfa so a dollar no ana foreign money no a yɛde kra nneɛma no ɛbɛkɔ fam no ɔmoa yɛn ɛnyɛ saa ɛha yɛn yɛnyɛ kra nneɛma no ɛsan ha yɛ customers no nso a ɛtɔ nneɛma no sɛ yɛba adwuma a because of the dollar na ɛkɔ soro no nti no obiara bebisa yɛ nneɛma no a na wayɛ dan wasan kɔ because ne sika no a ɛso ɔde tɔ adeɛ no ɔpa adeɛ no ohia adeɛ ne paa nanso no sika a ɛsɛ wɔde tɔ ade yɛ nneɛma no sika no nso nti gye sɛ ɔdane ne ho yɛnya sɛbi yɛtɔn car batteries yi ɔba bebisa a ɛmono no a yɛnyɛ kra no ɔntumi ɛntɔ mono no gye sɛ ɔkɔtɔ second hand no a second hand no nso ebi kura so ana amoa no enti yɛka sɛ ɛnha yɛn a yɛboa egu yɛ adwuma no na ɛtete yɛn for instance sɛ sika no nso a yɛde kra nneɛma no ɛma yɛsika no ate akɔfa mu because bibia no yɛbɛkra nneɛma no ansa ne sɛ yɛbɛtɔn bɛwie no na dollar no ɛkɔ soro enti sika no nka yɛsɛ yɛde kra nneɛma no nso no na sika no a yɛsɛ yɛde kra nneɛma no ɛnso nneɛma no a yɛde kɔkra no enti ne sɛ enti ne bibia no yɛadwuma no hyia na ɛhye yɛsika no nyinaa san na ɛsa enti yɛsra ban sɛ wɔn mmoa yɛn na adwuma no egu ɛma customers no nso a wɔn hia nneɛma no nso no ɛnyɛ sika ɛntumi mɛtɔ nneɛma no ma yɛn enti yɛsika nyinaa ɛhye.
The cedi depreciation really affects us, and then I think that the government should, as a matter of urgency, should address it. As it were, they should catch it because one, it's eroding our profits, and secondly, it's more or less kind of bringing in quote-unquote shoddy stuff into the country because people hardly can buy or can afford to buy the original thing, and then they will just turn in for the cheaper ones, which usually doesn't last. So I think that is something that the government should try to sort it out.
That's it for another episode of News Connect. My name is Melissa Rawad. This is City TV. Keep watching.